let's take a look at how to make a graph of a factorial analysis. So we just did an example where we looked at whether children or adults performed better on exams when they were given regular study breaks versus when they were given no study breaks. So in this case, we have a 2x2 between groups design. That means in one category, age group, we have two groups, children and adults. And in the other category, study environment, we have breaks and no breaks. And then we have our dependent variable, which is a scale, which is the exam performance from 1 to 10. So knowing that information, what we're going to do is create a graph that is a little bit more polished than what we would see in the output of the SPSS analysis choice that we made last time. We're going to go to Graphs, Chart Builder, and it's reminding me to define the variable properties. In this case, I have done that. So I have my categories or independent variables are nominal, and my dependent variable is scale. All right, now I want a line graph, but if I want to show two variables at once on the same scale, then I need to choose a multiple line graph. So that's what I'm going to do here. All right, and now that I have my multiple line graph, I have to tell SPSS what I want to go where. So one thing I know is that exam performance is going to go on the y-axis. And then I have a choice of which variable goes on the x and which one is differentiated by different colored lines. So I'm going to go ahead and put study environment, which is breaks and no breaks, on the x-axis. It really probably doesn't matter which way you do it. It just, one might be more intuitive to interpret compared to another one. So I'm going to take age group, and I'm actually going to drag it all the way over here to set color. And then now I can see that I've got different colors by age group and different levels of break or in study environment on the x-axis. As always, I'm going to choose the error bars that represent the confidence intervals and hit apply. And now it's starting to look the way that I think it's going to. So let's hit OK and take a look. Okay, so one thing you'll notice is that we have got two different lines, and that's typical of a 2x2 ANOVA. And we can also see that the interaction, which we found to be significant, sort of jumps out right at you. So you can see it's got this crisscross design that says that the level of this variable versus this kind of depends on which one of these you're in. So in looking at this, we can interpret it as exam performances were overall higher in the breaks versus not breaks group, but children, when they had no breaks, perform much worse compared to with breaks than adults did. So basically the difference between these two conditions was much more pronounced among children in their performance compared to adults. And you can kind of see this, that in the no breaks condition, there's a big difference between the adults and children. In the breaks condition, there's not really much of a difference. They're kind of all performing at a similar level. And that's identified by the major improvement in children's performance when they're given regular breaks for studying.